Thank you so much for that loving introduction, Cassie. I will neither confirm nor deny the skipped classes, but the grades show the truth. But so I'll be for National Students for Democratic Society, and I'm currently in the Tampa Bay SDS chapter here in Florida, sunny Florida. So students have been in this fight since the beginning. When a Black boy named Trayvon Martin was killed by a racist vigilante, when his case was covered up by the cops, youth were the first to rise up. We closed police stations. We held protests all over the country, which, yes, did involve skipping a lot of classes. SDS was and is a frontline fighter in this movement. Our own leader of the Kenosha SDS chapter, Adelana Akindes, who you heard from earlier today, was in fact detained just a few days ago for protesting for Jacob Blake. But our involvement in this movement goes way back. Months ago, we had car caravans for Ahmaud Arbery, who was also killed by a racist vigilante. Before that, we had vigils, for the man Botham Jean killed in Dallas, Texas. Before that, protests for Stephon Clark in California, for Jordan Davis, for Trayvon Martin, going back many years, so many names, so many lives lost, but so many martyrs remembered by the movement. National SDS was refounded in 2006, right, to stand against the Bush administration's killing of Iraqi and Afghan people. We said no to the same threats on the people in Venezuela. How then could we in the United States tolerate those same atrocities here on our doorstep in the United States? We can't. So the most important lesson students will learn in school this year is if you dare to struggle, if you dare to fight back, if you dare to protest, you dare to win. And we have a lot to lose. In a time when college programs are getting cut because of budget cuts, in a time of economic crisis, but cops are getting raises, more and more students will have to learn this lesson. Tampa Bay SDS learned this lesson this year when we actually won new policies to increase Black enrollment here at USF through protests. The University of North Florida SDS chapter learned this lesson when they forced administration to admit a historic number of Black students in 2018 in a Black majority town, Jacksonville, Florida, through protests. And the University of Minneapolis SDS chapter learned this lesson when they got MPD banned from their campuses in the midst of the George Floyd movement through protests. We've learned this lesson time and time again with our own blood, sweat, and tears. The cops have military-grade equipment, they have guns, and they have the courts. And let's face it, they have the pandemic on their side as well, which the rich have let run free. But we protesters have the power. We're the ones, we're the ones who won arrests for the Floyd family. We're the ones who beat insurmountable odds in this time and found new student organizers, even with our campuses shut down, which is a huge feat. We won real reforms while both sides of the aisle did less than the bare minimum. One side, super raging race, the other side, lazy bones, and also we're the ones who have the power to save ourselves. And it starts with the youth. In China, revolutionaries said, "You young people are like the sun. At 8 or 9 in the morning, our hope is placed on you." And the students and the youth are marching still. Will you march with us? Will you march against police crimes and racist vigilantes? Will you march against evictions and layoffs when the moratoriums end? Will you march against Trump sanctions and any fraud? We're not waiting until November to get any kind of justice. We can't breathe now. So we're saying we're going to keep it in the streets. We're saying that we can't breathe. We're going to breathe, and the youth will be out there, and we hope to see you out there with us.